الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الرحمن علم القرآن خلق الإنسان.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to the session on basic concepts and Quranic keywords by worldwide Quran thinkers. No concept of predetermination of one's fate. Now let's discuss the concept of mercy in Deen. So if you look at the important words such as Rahim, it's normally translated as mercy. Rahman is mistranslated as entirely merciful. Raheem is mistranslated as specially merciful. Afu'an is translated as ever pardoning, and Ghafoor is normally translated as all forgiving. Now if we look at as per concept of Deen, there's no mercy in Deen. All of these are wrong translations. I'll give you an example. For example, there is a very soft-hearted king, and there's a murderer who murders two people. And these two people are the breadwinners of two households. Now this murderer, he goes to the king and he seeks mercy from the king. If the king pardons and forgives him, is this justice? So basically the concept of mercy contradicts the concept of justice at its best, on which the whole foundation of Deen is based on. The word Rahim, Rahmat, Rahman and Raheem, they all share the basic characteristics of the word Arham. For instance, as used in Ayah 228, 306, 6143, which basically means a mother's womb during pregnancy. So whatever is Arham or Arham to a child are the meanings of the words Rahim, Rahmat, Rahman and Raheem. So the meaning of these words are in four broad categories. And we need to keep in mind that whatever is arham to a child are the meanings of these words. So the first and the foremost, arham is lifeline, source of survival. The child breathes from the arham. The child takes all its source of nourishment and survival from the arham. The protection and the shield. Arham protects the child from anything that can cause harm to the child. It's a source of long-term nourishment, growth and progress in an unprecedented miracle-like manner, so much so that a child is created from a single cell to a complete being. And Arham is the source of selfless love and sacrifice. The selflessness and sacrifice for the child that a mother has is multiplied many folds in case of Arham, so much so that in order to fulfill the requirements for the child, the Arham extracts the required nutrition from the mother's own blood, bones and body without even letting the mother know. So the meanings of the word Rahim, Rahmat, Rahman and Raheem are these four, which is based on the concept of whatever is Arham for a child. Now, the concept of how is the word Rahman and Raheem different from each other. The concept of Rahman as one of the attributes of Allah defines Allah as the best of the best, as the best source, the most supreme in provision of Rahim and Rahmat for all the creations of Allah. So Allah being Rahman is applicable for anyone and everyone regardless of anything else, even regardless of one being on the right or wrong path. Whereas the word Raheem is applicable to us. So Allah is applicable to us as Raheem as a privilege. It will only be with us as long as we are on the right path and remain steadfast by doing Amle Salihat. If we are on the right path, we need Allah's help and blessings to keep doing the good deeds and stay on the right path. With Allah as Raheem with us, we get peace, contentment, sukoon, prosperity, and tranquility in our lives. Allah being Raheem is closely linked to the concept of Tawbah as per Quran. Whenever we commit a wrong deed willingly or unwillingly, notice how restless you feel, as if Allah is not in your life anymore as Raheem. We lose that privilege of Allah being with us as Raheem. In order to bring back Allah as Raheem to us, bring back that privilege in our lives back, we need to do pure Tawbah. That is a whole process as per Quran, making a U-turn, doing Islah, and turning towards the right path and committed to the right path. Allah is Afu'an Ghafoor. So the basic misconception is that Afu'an is normally translated as ever pardoning, and Ghafoor is mistranslated as all forgiving. Completely wrong translation, as there is no concept of mercy, forgiveness, and pardon in Deen. The word Afu'an, basic characteristics of this word is in the meaning of giving to someone more than one's haq, giving away freely. Anything excess over one's own haq, generously and in abundance. So for instance, in this particular ayat, they ask you about what they should spend, say afwa. The word is used here in the meanings of giving away freely after keeping your own haq. That means that whatever is there over and above one's rightful needs and expenses should be spent for the benefit of others. The similar meanings are there in Ayah 7, 199 as well. Take what is afwa and do amar of what is maruf and turn away from the ignorant. The word Ghafoor is normally translated as all forgiving, but the word shares the basic characteristics as words like maghfirat, aghfir, with the basic meanings to hide, to cover, basically to protect and shield by hiding or covering. In Quran, these words are also used as opposite to azab, so facing the negative consequences of one's bad deeds, and thus used in the meaning of opposition to, as shield, as protection against the impacts of wrong path, such as wrong deeds or the impacts or the azab, punishment, pain, suffering, destruction of wrong path. So it's like following the right path, which covers, hides, protects the harmful impacts of previously taken wrong path. It's a cure. It's not a cure. It's a prevention. It's just like when you follow a preventive healthy lifestyle in order to ward off the diseases. So if we look at Allah as Afu'an Ghafoor, it means Allah is someone who gives to humanity more than their haq, as Ghafooran, who protects, shields us against the impacts of wrong paths such as pain, suffering, immorality, etc. Therefore, with Allah as Afu'an Ghafoor means Allah provides this protection freely, generously, in abundance, way more than our haq. Now we are going to a question answer session. If because of any reason you're not able to ask us question during this session, you can also email us at info.waqt@gmail.com with your questions, and you can also contact us with quran-thinkers.com/contact to reach us directly. Thank you so much for listening to this presentation.
الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله لقد جاءت رسل ربنا بالحق